This is the job today. The problem we have here is above this patio, there are 3 spreaders. Number 1 spreader, number 2 spreader, and we get the flyover from the garage, which is all that roof. We're dealing with 1, 2, 3 amounts of water, plus all of this roof running into this gutter to go away down that downpipe. And they're doing it at such a rate that it's overflowing by the washing line. So whenever the lady does her washing, she's ending up with water falling on it. So this downpipe here, we're going to increase the size of it without theoretically increasing the size of it. So because there's nowhere to put a soakwell down the bottom here, it's all been paved. What we're going to do is the elbow, which I've shown you on other videos going through there, we're going to increase the size of that to a 200 by 75. So that gives you an idea of the size increase that's going to happen. Okay, that's coming out of the gutter now. So it's going to take probably 2.5, maybe 3 times the water. And then we're going to run it down into one of these, a little rain head, which is going to go up there like so, which is going to go up there like so, and feed into that downpipe, which will then take it away and down into the soakwell. So the idea is to get it running out of that gutter a lot quicker, so it's taking the excess water it's getting off the roof. First things first, we're just going to take out these small plugs. Easiest way to do that, flathead screwdriver, just knock them out and knock them down. Okay. Okay. So I'm only taking out one side. I'm just going to position this where it's going to go, because I have to know where I'm cutting out, and I have to know where I'm cutting down to on the downpipe. So I don't want to cut it any shorter than that. Angle grinder. So all I did, I put 2 cuts across. Now when I cut up, it opens the downpipe up and allows me to get in behind. Now I will have to run the knife down this because it has been painted to the wall, and I don't want to rip all the paint off. So what I just did was run a knife down there, because the way they've done this, it's been painted, but it's been sealed to the wall as well. Finally worked the downpipe off, which was an absolute prick, by the way. So now what we need to do is I need to know exactly where the rain head is going. So because I don't have a lot of room to move on this, very little actually, I know where the rain head is, and it's going to go up. So now where the bigger downpipe's going. Now use this to trace exactly where I'm going to put the bigger downpipe, which is inside the rain head and onto the ground. I've shown you this before, but I'll show you it again. We're going to cut that with a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, Very easy. And put a little only tapping very softly just to get it through. Once he's through, I'm just going to tap along that line. Again, not too hard, nice and softly. And tap it back to the wall. Now the reason I like to use that over, say, an angle grinder in general is, see, you had electrical wires there. That won't pierce the electrical wires, but if I had to cut that with an angle grinder, there's always a chance you could hit an electric wire. So if you're going to use an angle grinder, make sure you check the top for wires first, because I always run them along these eaves. So now we're going to make the elbow out of that. Okay, so on this one, that's where we marked where the rain head was going to go to. So we're going to cut that off straight, nice and neat. Okay, so we've peeled the rain heads and we've cut the end of the downpipe, nice and flush. That is just going to slide beautifully in there because that's where it's funneling all the water to. Now I'm going to take it back and put it in. Okay, now my suggestion is always before you do this elbow, put this rain head in, because otherwise what happens is the elbow comes down and you can't get it in, it becomes a problem. So we just slide it up and onto it and fix it in place and it'll all be good. Okay, and just before you put up the rain head, you see this back lip here? I'm just going to cut that off because that will stop the actual elbow from sliding into the box, the rain head. So I'll cut that off so that it fits easier. So there you have it, all cut off. It's going to sit flat. The elbow is going to go into it nice and easy and it's ready to go up. Alright, so I measured from the back of the wall to the front of the fascia, and we're looking at 690 as the length of this. So I'm going to show you how to make the elbow. Alright, I've shown you this in how to make a downpipe elbow, and I'll leave that as the link video at the end of this. How to make up a downpipe. Now, just quickly, this is 200, I'm sure it's 200 by 75, alright? Yep, 200 by 70 actually, 200 by 70. So, knowing that, okay, bring it back because I need a shoe. I know I need a decent sized shoe to come down. About that long is fine. Now, when we make up an elbow, this is the important measurement. So that's 70, okay? To get full, I'm going to take 5 mil off that. So I'm going to turn this into 65. So this is going to come up 65 to there. And I'm just going to whip across that there. Like so. Check that I've got 690 to there, so don't want to be short, I've got heaps. Okay, so this is 65, so this has to be less. So I'm going to make this, I'm going to cut it down to 60 to get maximum water, just under 60, get maximum water out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do on the side. I'll cut that from there up to there, and this one has to cut less on a greater angle, but inside it. And you'll see how that works. But what I'm saying is, when you're cutting elbows, this width here doesn't really matter. It's this bit here that we're measuring to get the fall, and I'll show you how that's done. So the difference is, I'm using an angle grinder today. You will see on the how to make a downpipe, I use a hacksaw. So now we just cut. And now that will fold like so over to create your elbow. And just because of the size of this, I'm going to stick a second rivet in my elbow. Okay, we said it was 690. So we measure from here, 690 to there. And there is your elbow made. Now this is a good opportunity for me to show you. Okay, so that's going to sit in the roof like that. The water's going to go in this end, flow through. And if you have a look down there, what we have is a little edge. So that edge is going to act like a waterfall, which just drops it down, and it's going to go into that rain head, and then it's going to flow down the downpipe. So that's how it works. That's how an elbow works. And this is an excellent one to show you how it works, because it's so big. There's the mark. Mark both sides. Inside. Hang out it, across there and down the sides, so it can't ever leak. Across there and down the side. Okay. And finally, we put some silicone in here. Just stick it down. Okay, that's beauty. So that's the bigger one, runs through into the back, and that's dropping down, so that's going to take so much extra water, it's not funny. So there's the elbow. It's been put in, and you can see it comes down now into the rain head. Now, when I said make sure the rain head's in first, you can see why, because the elbow drops into it, and that is its probably its shortest length you want it to be. So now it's just a matter of pushing it up and fixing it on, and we're all done. So that's it all done. And now the idea is we have a much bigger elbow going from there to there. That rain head's now catching it. It's going to funnel it all the way down, and it goes down and into the soak well, so the owner doesn't have to dig a new soak well. And we're still getting a greater runoff. That hole in the rain head you see there, that's almost like a way of telling if we're getting too much water. If you start getting water out there, it's to alleviate it, because you're getting so much water out of that downpipe that rain head can't handle it. But I wouldn't expect that to happen with the way that funnels it down the downpipe. So if you like this, please subscribe, and otherwise I'll see you on the next video.